And here we go. I think we're going to see it for the first time. The RB19 livery. There it is. There it is, baby. First impression. Oof. I love it. Wow. I don't know if it's like the 3 months without F1, but this is beautiful. Then again, I like the Haas as well, so, but yeah. Oh, wow. Yes. This is really cool. There she is, RB19. Blue, the yellow is much more intense than last year, it looks like. I like that front fender of it. Beautiful. They're coming back.
Wow.
Here we go.
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Go over there, brother.
I'm sure.
Okay, brother.
It looks like a championship car.
That is a beautiful, beautiful racing
Yeah.
machine. I like the matte finish on it. Christian, what more
Matte finish, baby.
about the RB19?
Beautiful matte finish.
Well, obviously the regulations are very stable, so it's taking all the lessons from the RB18 that was, of course, our most successful ever car. There's been some subtle aerodynamic changes that affect all of the teams, and so harnessing and trying to optimize those is one of
Gorgeous
the
car.
challenges. The tires are slightly different as well this year within the new regulations, but RB19 draws on all the strengths, hopefully, from what was, as I say, our most successful ever car.
Max, what were your thoughts on the first time that you saw the RB19?
It's right now.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's the first time seeing the RB19.
Livery, has been pretty similar for a couple of years now, but I actually, always find it a cool looking car. It really shows you, the Red Bull colors all over the place, and we have had a lot of success like that. So why do we need to change it up a lot? Of course, we have a few more partners on the car, a few new partners as well, and that's where it's all about.
Okay.
Now, what's the testing process for you guys as you prepare?
Let's hear my boy Checo.
Bahrain, March 3rd.
Yeah, for now it's about getting up to a good physical level before the season starts, because it's very short time that we get in the car. We're gonna be having just a day and a half each on the car before the season starts. So it's really how much you can do now and the work you do with the engineers for now, and that's the key. That's the most you can do.
And I feel excited. We're so close. So close.
We were just talking about it, actually. So I'll be there in a couple of weeks getting ready for the season, and a lot of sim work. I mean, that'll be a lot of let's say my work and my contribution, and let the boys take the track stuff, and I'll be working behind the scenes, and again try to just develop the car, help understand the direction also that Checo and Max want to take it, and try and lend some of my experience as well to the track and the engineers.
Come on, Danny Ric.
Have you done any testing in it yet?
Come on.
Have you done any testing at all in that yet?
Only on the simulator.
What are the differences?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of last year, you get a bit of a picture of what you want from the car, what you want to improve. So that's what we try to do with this year's car. I cannot get into too many details about it, but you constantly just try to make it better, and that's what you're working on. On the simulator, you try to really
this is awesome.
Get the reference between the simulator and the real track. You try to correlate it as well as you can, and that's a continuous process. But the first feelings have been really good.
Checo, now that you've seen the car, what are the thing that you expected the most for the 2023 season?
Well, once you get to see your new car, you really get excited, and you really
it's going to happen.
The season is about to start, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very long season, plenty of races. So for me, I think it's very important, Bahrain, to get to meet the car, see how it is, and hopefully we have a very first good introduction, because that will set up to a great year.
Daniel, you've had quite a journey.
Yes.
From the last time that you were with the Red Bull team.
Danny Ric.
How are you different? How have you evolved since you left here 4 years ago?
Well, I think every year in the sport, you learn so much, and I feel like you grow up a lot quicker as well. I'm still immature, but like in other ways, you grow up. And it's like I've gone through, you know, in that time since 2018, gone through some challenges. You know, certainly some things I was
you can say that.
let's say proud of and learned a lot from, but also yeah, challenging times and the you know, like character building stuff where you have to dig deep and kind of find yourself a little bit. So yeah, to come back into the Red Bull family and back to familiar ground, it's I think it's really perfect for me for this season, and looking forward to you know, a different looking year for me.
Great to
Yes.
see you back here, man. Love your
Man,
spirit
look at
so
that
much.
world-class
What an unbelievable
lineup
show
right
so
there.
far. We've already covered so much.
Wow.
Fans designing the RB19 for all 3 U.S. races. A welcome
That
back to
is
our favorite
interesting.
Aussie, Danny Ric. And a first look at the RB19. So much excitement for the
Fantastic.
upcoming season. What more can we take?
Well, Marty, we know that 2026 will see F1 next big stage change, and today we have some exciting news
Here we
to
go.
reveal for the team's future.
Here we go.
Let's take a look
Yes.
at a special message.
Here we
for the
go.
Ford Motor Company.
Ford Motor Company, baby. Yes. Look at that Mach 1. Mm-hmm. There's the Mustang, baby. There's that Mustang logo. Whoa. That's what we wanted to see. That smile, Checo.
That's a great experience.
Red Bull powertrains.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
2026.
now the president and CEO of Ford Motor Company, Jim Farley. This is
Yes.
huge news to round out our launch
Huge.
event here
We knew it.
in New York. Here
But
he comes.
oh yeah.
As you can see, in a Red Bull themed E Ford.
There you go. Here's a president and CEO gonna announce officially what we all knew and we all wanted. Man, look at those drivers with those big smiles there. Uh-huh.
Jim, good morning.
Yes.
How you
USA,
doing, man?
baby. USA.
I'm doing great.
Welcome.
With all these people, it's fantastic. I know you all own Fords, right?
Yes.
It is fantastic, and I'm gonna give you the floor to share your news. Jim, you're first.
Well, I have to say, Ford is going to return to Formula One
Mm-hmm.
after more than 20 years.
There you go.
And
There you go.
we looked at a lot of options as good business people, and we wanted to go in the direction that was authentic to us. So we've decided to
Go
have
with
a
the best.
strategic partnership and a technical partnership with Red Bull Powertrains to enter Formula One in 2026.
Fantastic.
And, we want to help Kristen and these fantastic drivers, the whole Red Bull racing team, to deliver the goods on the track. It's a huge moment for the Ford family around the world. We have almost 200,000 employees.
Yes.
And we are really excited to engage a whole new generation of customers with our electric vehicles. So
This is
it's a
great.
big deal for us. We're really excited about the sustainable direction of the sport. We're on the same mission at Ford, and we cannot wait to go racing
Wow.
with you, Kristen.
Man,
What are your
2026
thoughts
can't
on the
come
partnership?
soon
I mean,
enough.
this is tremendously exciting. It's a big moment for us, for our team, for Red Bull Powertrains, as we've started on this journey for 2026, and to welcome the Ford brand back into Formula One. You know, to become a Red Bull Ford, you know, engine and power unit is going to be incredibly exciting. And for us, having the ability to draw on your experience, your EV knowledge, and just depth of resource is you know, tremendously exciting. And I think from the first moment that we met and spoke, and you know, and with Bill Ford as well, it was very clear that there was you know, a natural synergy between the two companies, and it was a very
Red Bull and Ford.
easy deal
Yes.
put together because
Yes,
the desire
yes.
was there from both sides. So
This
you know,
makes
we're
Red Bull
incredibly excited in
more
this
American
next
than
chapter
us.
for Red Bull, as we bring the power unit in house. You know, with your support.
There's that Hard
it's,
Rock
yeah,
logo.
big moment for us.
Love the Hard Rock logo
And,
there. Basically, 'cause I
know that
live
AlphaTauri
next to the
is
Hard Rock
also
practically.
involved in this, correct?
Well, it's the power unit supply. So Red Bull Powertrains, you know, will be supplying both teams in 2026. So it's 2026 seems like a long way away, but it's in engine world, it's tomorrow. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. In a 3-year period from a startup, we've recruited some incredible talent. We've got some great people within the team, and now to be able to draw on, all of Ford's expertise. And Jim's a racer as well. He's got that racing spirit. And I think with Jim and Bill behind this project, we're really excited about what we can achieve.
Well, Ford's commitment to greatness in racing is obvious in other forms, and it will be obvious here.
There they are talking about Ford, and they see the little Honda right under the Toro logo.
Ford's electric vehicles. Let's take a look.
Ooh, there they are. To think that beauty's electric. Come on. Wow.
I did a little handbrake to him on the hand. So slow. Thank you.
Max, I don't know much, man, but it looked like that super van could go, brother. What was it like driving that thing?
Yeah, that was a crazy experience. I mean, it was a very cold day, but I got out there, and I have to say, 0 to 200, unbelievable. I think it was accelerating faster than a Formula 1 car, so it was incredible. 4-wheel drive, but I was still having wheel spin, so yeah, it was good. It was a
fantastic,
very
man.
Fun day as well.
Checo, you had the chance to drive the incredible Mach-E 1400 in Atlanta. How did it go?
I had a lot of fun in Road Atlanta. Actually, it was a great track, and it was really funny. And yeah, the amount of power you get through the 4 wheels, it was pretty impressive. And yeah, I was pretty shocked also with the amount of downforce we had. So it was a great preparation for the season.
Fantastic.
And Max,
this
what
is so
experience
cool.
did you got with the Ford cars?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Like, we had a few models there, and also the F-150 Lightning. I think the Mach-E was there, basically, like it is there. And yeah, I got to experience it all, you know, the power, but also the comfort. So yeah, it was a great day. Everything was explained well to me. And the funny thing for me also to find out was that the F-150, that if you have a problem with your house and you have no power, it can power your house for 3 days. So
damn.
if I have an issue, I know what to do.
Ford, baby, Ford.
How are they going to leave you out of this?
USA.
What are they doing? What are you doing with the new Ford vehicle?
We'll see. I'm off to Detroit next week, so I'm sure I'll have a bit of fun there. And one of my go-tos, or my I have a Raptor, so
that's what I was going to say. I heard you had a Raptor.
I'm a truck guy, so I bought a Raptor, like 5-6 years ago, and I love it. So that's a little bit of the Aussie in me as well, you know, with a big kind of, we call them utes, but they're called trucks out here.
You already poked at Jim to make sure that you get the best opportunity up there at Ford in Detroit.
You hear that, Jim?
He's ready.
I love it. Thank you guys so much.
Man, this has been so cool.
Insight. Let's take a look at another video.
Oh, another video. Okay, this is full-on commercial. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be full-on commercial. Yeah, you got the Ford Mach-E. Yeah. Go the F-150 electric.
Yeah, it really takes off.
Okay. Now, yeah, this is the GT, but I'm wondering if they're going to show the electric van. Probably not. But yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see. I mean, this
cool.
right now became a Ford commercial.
We have one more very special guest today here in New
York. Oh, you're going to bring out somebody else?
Can you please extend a huge welcome to the head of Formula One himself, Mr. Stefano Domenicali.
Oh, they got Stefano Domenicali over there. Okay. Where is he? So Red Bull got him.
I don't see him coming, but
he
is here.
What?
He's here somewhere.
Oh,
is
man.
Stefano coming?
Oh, this is part of a live event.
Stefano?
He's on the way.
Yeah. Okay, he's coming. He's coming.
He's hiding.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
yeah, this is part of a live event.
To be an ear
things will go
give some insight
bad.
to these guys? I know you're going to spend a lot of time in the sim too.
Yeah, so also like on race weekends, I'll listen in and I'll let's say if I'm not at the circuit, I'll have access to all the communications and staying close to all the engineers and being on chat channels with them and stuff, and just finding out if there's anything, trying to figure out like what trends we're starting to see, and because even if they're winning every race, like no cars.
Poor Danny Ric. He's trying to make something happen. Everybody's looking back. Jimmy's
If I have an idea,
the Ford CEO.
I've learned in the last few years with,
he's looking to the right, like, where is this guy?
Lend some guidance or advice or something for me to test in the simulator.
But yeah, when in doubt,
it's maybe positive.
Throw it to Danny Ric. He'll make something happen.
I mean, look, for us to have 3 such quality drivers, to bring Daniel back home, after 4 years, he went on his journey via the other teams. So to bring him back, to have these 3 such quality drivers,
yes,
it really does feel like
freaking lucky Horner.
The strongest lineup on the grid, and Daniel's going to play a key role behind the scenes as well. Commercially, as we look to have a bigger footprint in the US. He's going to be in Nashville and doing all kinds of different stuff as well.
Dangerous.
He'll get a bit of running in the car.
Dangerous in Nashville.
Race drivers with the experience that he has. So
yeah, they're still looking to the right. Still looking for Dominicali.
So unfortunately, my friends, I've just learned from our group that Stefano is not here. He will not be coming out. So forgive me, he will not be here. But I did want to just continue with you guys just a moment.
Okay.
It's wonderful that Ford is re-entering the Formula One arena.
So, why did he not show up?
What that initiative is for your company and how it
that's something that we got to look.
Ford is a really.
Let's try to investigate and find out.
We have Ford family members here. It's a family company, and Bill was always committed to sustainability. And it's about time that the management team catch up with his vision. I mean, our idea is, we don't want to make generic cars. We don't make kind of faceless vehicles. We want to have vehicles with an attitude. And this team represents that. And we want to win in the marketplace. But we want to go electric, and we want to be able to ship software to our cars.
Oh, wow.
To have someone
Tesla, they're putting you on notice, Tesla.
We send software to the car. That digital product, that electric product's coming out in the next couple of years. And we're really excited to work with this team on the technology side and also learn from them. The best aerodynamicists in the world are in Formula One at Red Bull. And the most important thing about making a small battery, because the battery is so expensive, is aerodynamics. So we can learn a lot from Formula One, like we did in the 70s and 80s, but for a while the tech didn't transfer. Now it can. So we want to take the technology, and we also want to expose a whole new generation of Americans to EVs.
Yep.
So that they're not this boring point A to point B cars, they're trucks and
oh my God,
personality vehicles. That's the strategy of the company.
Elon.
Christian,
Elon.
Such an exciting time to be in Red Bull racing. Can you tell us about how do you define the magnitude of this area for the team?
I think it's a huge era for the team, and of course, as we transition into these new regulations into 2026, for us strategically, it was really important to have the right partner as Formula One moves to pretty much a 50-50 split between hybridization and combustion power, and so for us, setting out on that journey, we wanted to have a like-minded partner.
That's a huge check mark. Huge for Ford.
The whole EV strategy and so on.
I mean, they just took a huge step forward right now in the EV market.
Ford brand coming back into Formula One. Formula One is in such great shape at the moment, with other manufacturers joining us as well in time for 2026, and the competition is going to be incredibly hot. But I think the foundations that we're laying.
I ask myself how Porsche is probably feeling right now.
2026, we're tremendously excited and very proud today to announce and welcome Ford to the Red Bull family.
Us too.
Thank you guys all so much for your time today, for your perspective,
great
your
event.
insight. your passion. Everyone here
except
and everyone watching all across the world appreciates
those 15 minutes of interviews.
What all of you do. Thank you. It is
was
wonderful
horrible.
that Ford is back in Formula One. The RB19 looks amazing. Thank you all so much for joining us today for the Oracle Red Bull Racing season launch here in New York City. The team is very much looking forward to the 2023 season with the ultimate goal of fighting for another F1 World Championship.
There we are.
For Red Bull
We're
Racing
finishing
content, head online to the paddock. It's where
with
you'll be able to
the
watch
RB19 in front of
read
us.
driver interviews and get
I
up
like
close
it.
with behind-the-scenes insight throughout the season. This is all waiting for you at redbullracing.com/the.
Okay. I mean, that was gorgeous car. I love it. Okay. There you go. It's over. It's done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me during this thing. It was so cool. I mean, that announcement that Ford is going to be the partner, like we all already knew, we heard about it, but just to see it in person. Oh, well, in person, yeah. Well, to see it, that was really cool. I enjoyed it. I had a blast. We're getting, like, I feel that yes, Formula One season is back. And as an American, I am so happy to be a part of this now. You know, the first time that I came on, it was like, maybe I'll just do faceless because, yeah, you know, the British and everybody thinks that, okay, only Europe is for F1. Hell no. I mean, us Americans, we love F1. I love F1. And I know that we're going to get bigger and bigger here in the United States. And I am just happy to be one of the American voices out there talking about F1. So if you like that, subscribe, you know, and let's take this road together, boys. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And I will see you in the next one.